about IoT or say Internet of Things or say Internet of Everything as well as machine to machine, the biggest challenge industry is facing today is it's a very highly capex. So when you have to roll out Internet of Things solutions in the industry, it needs high capital, which means high capex type of solutions. But when you see it from a return on investment, it's very low because these solutions are serving a kind of society or kind of applications which cannot give you a high returns like mobile is giving it to you. So the biggest challenge is highly capex, including OPEX, but then less ROI. Now, how to address this challenge? Now, what we say is how to address this ROI problem. You can fix this ROI problem with the help of standardization. Now, how standardization can help on this ROI? They can help because if you implement a solution based on standards, it can give you interoperability, it can give you higher economies of scale. Now, when you have a higher economies of scale, which means even if a highly capex solution is implemented, the reach is high, the scale is high. So to achieve the scale, you need to implement a standardized solutions. And it's not that Internet of Things has evolved yesterday. It has been implemented since 2008, so it's been more than a decade. But it could not uptake because, again, this standardization activity was not done. So still the society is very fragmented. That's the second challenge. And the third challenge is if it is fragmented, you see a challenge of integrations and implementations. That also brings additional cost. And finally, another challenge which I foresee is non-ICT sectors are meeting ICT. Because now on automotive, which has been a traditional non-ICT sector, you're using these sensors and the devices and you're putting on top of it and you say it's ICT. What we believe is we cannot block these communication technologies, let it be. Yeah? What we can fix is the platform, the common service platform. A platform which we call it as a service layer platform or a common service layer platform, which would capitalize on the existing infrastructure, which means these LTE, 4G or 3G network, and then applications on top of it. So in between applications and network, you put this service layer. You build this platform, which is based on standards, which is interoperable, and then leave these communication technologies free. Let it innovate. We work on through a project called 1M2M Partnership Project. Like 2G, 3G, 4G and 5G is getting built by a 3GPP, which is a third generation partnership project, which is a project to bring all these standard development organizations from around the world to work together and develop a specification. On a similar line of thought, because there are a lot of fragmentations, a lot of proprietary solutions, this 1M2M partnership project has been established, and their job is only to build this common service platform. They have already released specifications. It has been implemented both for commercial as well as open source system. Many organizations have implemented it. Name it Cisco, HP, LG Plus, SK Telecom. All these companies have implemented the solutions. And the good news is, even in India, CDOT has implemented the solutions based on 1M2M specification. So we believe if you fix this common service layer, keep the communication technologies free, I think we can address the issue of capex. Okay. Smart city rollouts in India. It's a golden opportunity for us. If you go and dig down the smart city proposals, 47% of all the use cases are based on ICT. If we know that the weightage of use cases of ICT is so huge, why don't we build an architecture in those smart cities in such a way that it could be replicated? Yes. Now, one of the major component could be this 1M2M based platform, a common service layer platform. And then Once you have that, then you bring the startup ecosystem, develop the applications or use cases which are suitable for India. So I think if we could achieve implementing these common service layer platform as part of smart cities, bingo. And if you also further analyze these smart cities, the majority of the use cases are talking about transportation, energy, water, waste. These 3-4 cases, all the cities, 100 cities are talking about.
Correct.
Why don't we use this as an opportunity and implement these applications? We have a scale. We can address the ROI issues. So this is one big golden opportunity we have it. Otherwise, government has a lot of schemes like insurance scheme will come up, health scheme will come up. So pick up one vertical which has a scale and then start implementing it. Start with a pilot, take it to the large scale, make it commercialized. I think that's the way we have to go.